Hello, everybody. I might be a minute early tonight. I'm just going to get ready while I'm waiting for you guys to come in. I'll share this. Take my glasses off because I can't see with them on. Okay, where are we? There it is. I'll just share this to my page. Okay. Turn the volume down. So who we got in here? Lysandra and Kyle. All right, Kyle, what did you think about the chalking? Like, you can see the possibilities, can't you? There's so much you can do. I almost feel like I need to move this iPad because I can't see. That's better. I have a hard time reading the fine print. So did you enjoy the little sample, Kyle? Yes, the opportunities are endless. If you're doing it in an area where you've got a fan going and it's a little bit, it's going to dry it faster. If you're doing it outside with the heat, it's going to dry it faster. So yeah, you kind of have to work a little bit quickly, but after you've done a couple, it's almost like it becomes second nature. You feel what the chalk is supposed to feel like. Hello, Bev, Brian. Yeah, it dries super fast, but you'll get the hang of it. And before you know it, you're going to be a pro. So I'm demonstrating Chalkateur. We just launched in Canada in May, and the transfers are silkscreen transfers, and they can be used with our chalk paste or chalk ink. When you're using it with chalk paste, it's completely removable if you're doing it on a chalkboard surface. It's got every transfer has the instructions on the back, the use and care. So peel, apply, oh, they've changed them. Prep and peel, fuzz, apply, remove, heat set, but it's not really heat set, it's more of a cool setting on the dryer. You don't want to put heat on it. And then clean and store. So you never lose your instructions because they're always with your package that it came in. Whoops. Are you guys back from vacation, Bev? Looks like you had an amazing trip. Okay. So tonight, we're going to do these wooden cutouts. They're really heavy. It comes with 3 in a package, and they're different sizes. These ones I'm going to chalk before I start working on them because it is wood. Now when I put it on this, it technically isn't removable. If I was using a lighter color, I may be able to remove the chalk paste with the wax. But it's more of a one-time use for these guys. So it's got 2 sides. So you could do one color scheme on one side. You could do another color scheme on the other side. And they stand up really, really nice. So it could be sitting on the mantle, on a buffet. All right, so I'm going to put these aside. I'm going to open up the transfer. That's awesome. You guys looked like you had such a good time. I loved seeing all the pictures. Okay, so this is an 18 by 18 transfer. So I believe it's a D size. They have 5 different sizes, and they name them by A, B, C, D, and E. And this is our D size transfer. So it comes with 5 different patterns on here. So 2 for the big ones, and then this guy for the straight one. But you could use this one on the straight one too, because it is smaller than the big tree, so that would work. This one would also work. The only ones that wouldn't work is the 2 that are for the smaller trees. So, oh, what you said chalk. Okay, so any wooden surface or a surface that you've made yourself that's not chalk couture and you put blackboard paint on it or chalkboard paint on it, you would wax it before, because you don't want the transfer to stick to the area, which it will, and you could end up losing your transfer because it gets wrecked. The reason that we don't want it to get wrecked is because the transfers can be used 8 to 12 times. So it's not just one time that you're going to use your transfer. You're going to clean it, dry it, put it back on its backer sheet, and then you can use it for another project. So the lifespan of them is really, really good. So I'm just putting a tiny little bit of paste on, and I'm using the Varathane finishing paste wax in a neutral color because I don't want to change the color of what I'm working on. And I just put the tiniest little bit on and just buff it into the surface. Put that aside, and I'll just do the last one, and then these will be good to go. So I think I'm going to be working with gold, red, and green tonight, just because I think those are just classic Christmas colors. Now I'm going to do another giveaway tonight, so make sure you comment and share. Now, why am I not seeing comments? Oh, I just saw your comment. I'm using red, green, and gold tonight. I was thinking of doing silver too, but I don't want to push my luck. Okay, so now I'm just going to cut the transfers apart, and all the transfers, if they need to be cut apart, have these white lines. And that's your guide as to where you're going to cut. So bear with me. I always like cutting them while you're on, after I take them out of the package, just so that you can see what it's going to look like when you get it. So, and then on the back of each one, I'm going to write what it is so that it's easier to put the transfer back on the backer sheet after I've cleaned it and dried it. Oh, just 2 more cuts. So I finished my coffee table. Absolutely love it. I posted it in a designer group that I belong to, and in 5 hours I could not believe this. I don't know what it's at right now, but I had 565 likes on that picture. That's never happened to me. Everybody was asking questions, how I did it. One lady from Canada actually even has the same coffee table as me. She's like, oh my God, I have so many ideas now. So that was kind of cool. Giving everybody else ideas. I'm going to put swirl. Whoops, not swort. Swirl tree. Just because it's swirly on here. This one is checked. Tree. So now it's going to be really easy to find the right backer sheet for the transfer. This one is snowflake. And this one is branches. So there's lots of options here for the design. Okay, so we've got that done. So that's basically the prep. How long did that take? 10 minutes? But that was with my chatting. So the prep time isn't very much. I'd say what takes the longest is the cleanup, because you want to make sure all the transfers are cleaned nicely. You go over them with a Clorox wipe. I think this will be a short one tonight, so I might even just bring the camera over here and show you how I clean the transfers when we're done. Yes, I think it's going to look absolutely gorgeous. If you're just coming in, make sure you say hello. And if you comment and share this to your timeline, share this live video, you'll get an entry in for a draw. And it's always a surprise, whatever I send out. Okay, so let's start with the big one. And I'm kind of liking this one because I could do a couple of different colors on here. I could actually even do all 3 colors on here. What do you guys think? Or should I do it red and gold? Ooh, that would be cool. What do you guys think? Let me just... I just need to add one person. Okay. I'll give you guys a couple minutes. I've got about a 30 to 40 second delay in my comments to the live. It's very frustrating and I don't know what to do about it. Okay, Kyle says red and gold. Anybody else? All right. I think we're going to go with red and gold, Kyle. Oh, Lysandra says red and gold too. Perfect. Okay, before I put this onto the wood, I'm going to fuzz the transfer. By fuzzing the transfer, I'm actually putting lint onto the back because the silk screen is very sticky and I don't want it to adhere too much to the wood. The only time I wouldn't fuzz the transfer is if I was putting this on fabric. So the tea towels that I did, the t-shirts, I didn't fuzz those first. So this is a larger transfer, so I'm flipping it and I'm going to pull the backing sheet off of the backing sheet off the transfer instead of the other way around. And you can see here that the backer sheet has a really shiny side, and then the back is a paper side. This is the side you do not want to put the transfer back onto because it'll stick to the paper, and that's why I write on the back. Okay, so I'll flip this over. Awesome, unanimous, red and gold. That hasn't happened in a while. I just think those two colors together are so elegant. Or even red and silver. Like it just, I'd love to do my tree in red and silver this year. Okay, so I've waxed this. Now I'm going to lay this down on top. And it's a pretty close fit. There's a little bit of overhang of the silk screen, but that's okay. It's not too small. It hangs over just a touch. And then you want to make sure that you press it down. You don't want any air bubbles in here. If you have air bubbles, you're going to have bleeding. So just firmly press the silk screen area down. And that's all these. Now this one, because it's such an open space in the top, I'll pull it up here. This is completely open here. And the only area that's going to stick, the only transfer part, is the snowflake. So I'm actually going to just bend this to the side so that it stays firmly down on the surface, because I don't want it to bleed. Okay, so we're going to start with that's always the fun part. I think I'm going to start with gold. I think that'll look pretty. And then red and gold, red and gold. Should we do more red than gold or more gold than red? Another question for you guys. Put a lid back on that until we decide. Hi, Brittany. So we're trying to decide, are we going to do gold? Okay, I'm going to hold this up again. So gold, red, gold, or the other way. Have red the dominant one, gold accent, red, gold, and red. I think it might be better with the red as the dominant color and the gold as the accent color. Yeah, more red. That's what I think. Yes, exactly. It's more of a kind of a blingy effect after. So we'll do red first. Awesome. So I'm just going to mix this up with my spatula. And it should be a really nice consistency, like yogurt, sour cream. This one's a little bit thin, but I should be okay. I'm just afraid with this big area. Yes, exactly. All right, so I'm going to put a little bit of red chalk paste down. I'm going to use the squeegee, and I'm going to go up. Scrape off the excess. All right, add a little bit more. Making sure that you don't go into the next area that you're going to do a different color. So straight down to there. And then scrape the excess back into the container. Now I'm going to pull this now because I don't want it to dry to the silk screen area. So I'm just going to lift. And then I'm going to dry it. And I'm using a cool setting on my blow dryer. And that should be good. If I was putting another transfer on top of this, I'd probably dry it a little bit longer. And now I'm just going to mix up the gold. See, this is a perfect consistency. Do you see how creamy that is? But it's not too thin. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit. And we're just doing the snowflakes here. Get another squeegee. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use my multi-tool. This thing is amazing for little jobs. So just get in that area. And scraping the excess back off into your jar. We don't want to waste it because we can reuse it. All right. And again, I'm going to lift and dry that area. Just going to put the lid back on that. Oh, this is going to look so good. I love it. Can it be Christmas already? Except for the snow. You can keep the snow, because we get quite a bit here. All right, so I didn't put the lid on the red because it is a little bit on the thin side, and I wanted to thicken it up a bit. And by letting it dry for a little while, it will thicken it up a bit. So I'll drop down, make sure that this is still stuck down. Okay, put some red down, and with the squeegee again, right down to where the other area is, that's going to be a different color, and try not to go into the design, and scraping off all the excess. Almost there. All right. Now we're going to pull this one back again. And dry that. I'm just pulling straight up. There we go. And cool setting on the hair dryer. I think I'm going to be making a few of these for the Christmas market. I think these will be awesome. All right. Now we're going to do the last bit of gold. And this one's going to take a little bit more, so I'm going to use the mini squeegee. Just load up a bit. And I'm giving a good amount of pressure when I put the chalk paste down, because I want it to go through the silkscreen area. All right. Whoops. That one got a little close. I think it might have just gone over the edge. But we'll try and clean it off. All right, so now we're done with the gold. I'm just gonna put the lid on this, scrape the edges off. And we might use it for one of the other ones, so I'm just gonna put the lid on it and keep the spatula. Now I'm lifting it up again. Oh, I didn't go over. Awesome. And dry this. I like how it's got the white and the red, white, and the gold. It looks really good. Okay, so now we're going to do the last little bit of red down at the bottom here. And we'll just do the whole thing. So just dragging it right across. Going up to the edge. Putting some pressure on it. So if you guys ever want to host a party, you can even be a Facebook party. I send you everything that you need. Have some people over to your place. Beverage of your choice. And then I'll do a live. And I'll be working the same project as you. So that's one option. The other option is that I can come to your house and we can do a workshop. And I would give everybody a choice of a couple of transfers and a couple different surfaces. And of course, those would have different price ranges too, just to make it easier for you. So if you're interested in that, type #host and I can get you the information. Oh my goodness. Is that not the cutest tree you've ever seen? Hey, Elizabeth. I know, Brittany, there's so much stuff. Like every day I'm watching other stuff in our designer area. And it's like, oh my God, I don't have that one. Oh my God, I need to buy that one. And when they just came out with the new catalog, it had all the Christmas stuff in it. So it's like, ah! So I've been getting some surfaces from Chalk Couture, but hubby's also been making me some surfaces, which is really awesome. Because I'm doing a market in November. And I have to make sure that I have enough supplies. Last year there was 20,000 people through this market. So I've got my work cut out for me. Yeah, there's, oh, you know what? Send me a private message and maybe I can help you figure out what the best option is for you. So what do you guys think of this one? It's really hard to see the gold, but maybe if I hold it up a little bit closer. And if I tilt it, you can see the shimmer. Because right now, from far away, it kind of just looks like it's red and white. But it's definitely gold. Yeah, it's very, very cool. Love it! Okay. Now, we are going to... Oh my God, I'm so thirsty. We're going to do another one. And maybe I lied. These won't fit, but the big ones will. Yeah, the big ones would totally fit on a straight one. So maybe I'm going to do this one, this kind of check pattern, or not checked. Whatever this is called. Somebody help me out. Why am I going brain dead? I think it's because I'm doing these lives at 7 o'clock at night and I've been going all day. And I'm doing the keto diet right now. I actually have to say I feel very satisfied. And I'm not really even missing the potatoes and the rice and the pasta. And we used to eat a lot of that. My daughter found a place that makes this most amazing keto bread. So she brought up a couple of loaves. So I can still have a sandwich. I can have eggs on toast, whatever I want, which is awesome. Okay, so now I'm going to line this one up. I've already waxed this one because I waxed all three of them before we started. And I think I want to leave just that little tiny piece on the bottom for a stem. So push this down, make sure that there's no air bubbles. And I want to make sure it's even on here. Nothing worse than a crooked Christmas tree. You're funny, Kyle. Plaid, yes! Why was I saying checked? Checked is like checkers. Plaid. Okay, so we're going to do the plaid tree. I think we're going to do it in Green Envy, because that color will go really well with the other two. I'm mixing this up. This one's really nice. Perfect. Okay. And I'm going to use a regular size squeegee for this, just because I've got more of an area. And I'm probably going to have too much on here, but it's better to have too much than not enough. A little goes a long way, and all the excess just goes right back in the jar. Now, did you have a lot of paste left today, Kyle, when you did your little project? You can actually save that. I hope you didn't throw it out if you had some left, because you can save it just by folding the edge over. And I don't think I included that in the instructions. Okay, this is actually drying on here already. I have a fan going right above my head. You guys, it's awesome. Look at that. The lines are so sharp. I love that. And you can't see them both together. So I'm going to put this one here. No. I'm going to put that one there. You should be able to see both of them. There we go. Hey, Glenn. How long have you been doing it, Brittany? Bev, I thought when you guys were telling me what you were doing, I was thinking, oh my God, I can't go without bread. I can't go without rice. I love pasta. But I made a keto butter chicken yesterday that was amazing. Like, it was, I would almost say, better than what we have been eating. And we've been buying the one in the jar. I won't buy butter chicken anymore. It was so good. And then we had it on cauliflower rice. Who would have thunk? It was delicious. And today I made lemon poppy seed muffins that are keto friendly. Had one, it was amazing. So we can still have treats, which is really good. Are you finding it that it's good? Or are you having a hard time with it? make sure that I line this up right. And it's already sticking, which is good. But again, this is a huge surface for it to have bleeding. I don't want that. So I'm going to I don't really like this one. This one is not sticking. Okay, so I think what I'm going to have to do is hold it and work from the bottom and just straight strokes all the way up. I think that's what I'm going to have to do. And I don't really want to do it in silver. I don't want to do it in red because I've already done the big one in red. No, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to switch it up. And put it back on the backing sheet. And I'm going to do the one that looks like it has branches in it. I'll do this one instead. And then I can do it in silver and it won't be all silver. So that's what we're going to do. I just have to find my silver. Buried under here. Perfect. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to put the green away. We won't need that. Get those out of the way. Okay. So I'm just fuzzing the transfer. And now I'm going to line this up. There we go. See, this has more, the other one just had the dots to make it stick. And I just didn't want to fight with that while I'm doing the live. Okay. Oh yeah, sugar. Sugar, sugar. I found those good fat bars. That satisfies my craving for sugar. I've had a couple of them now. I've only been doing this since, when did they get here? Wednesday night I kind of started because my daughter came on Wednesday with her family. So it's been, oh my gosh, I guess almost 7 days. And I'm the type of person that could sit down at night, have a cup of tea, and have 5 cookies with it. So that's pretty good. That's saying something. Oh, this is going to look gorgeous. All right. So make sure that you have shared this live video. I'm going to do a draw afterwards again tonight. Every time you comment, you get an entry. Every time you share it, you get another entry. And then I will send you a gift in the mail. Okay. Scrape the excess back into the container. And make sure that there isn't any chalk paste on the edge. All right, I'll put the lid back on that guy. Awesome, Lysandra, thank you. Yes, Kyle, I changed the transfer. I decided to do the branches instead in silver. So let me line them all up so So that's the little guy, and then we got the medium one. And then we got the big one. I think they turned out really cute. Yeah, I'll send you the recipe, Bev. They're really good. And you can actually put a lemon glaze on top of them before you eat them. But I'm not a huge glaze person. Like even when I went to Starbucks and got a lemon loaf, I just found the glaze was too sweet for me. So it's really good. The next time I make it, I think I'm going to do it with almond extract to make it an almond poppy seed, which is one of my favorite muffins to eat. Yes, they stand on their own. I love them. So that's one set, and I'm going to do another set, but I'll probably do different colors just to mix it up a little bit. But I love how these turned out. Okay, so I'm going to put them to the side, and then I'm going to show you how I clean the transfers. It's super easy. I'm just going to make sure I don't have anything that's going to get wrecked if it gets wet, and move that out of the way. And I'm going to grab my little bucket. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's just a dish pan I got at the dollar store, and I put water in it. I'm going to give it a second for it to catch up here. Have I got it tilted far enough? Yeah. So I just have it sitting in here until I'm finished, and then as soon as I finish the lives, I clean all of my stuff. It's important to not let this sit for too long. You want to keep the life of your transfer as long as possible. So if you do a good job cleaning them and drying them and storing them, then you're going to get more use out of the transfer. So I always clean it, and I'll use a board eraser. This one's seen better days. And then I bring it out, and I put the sticky side down because I'm going to clean the front first. So I take my board eraser, and I'm just going to go across it like this. I'm not going to go corner to corner because I don't want to distort the transfer. All right. So now when I get the front cleaned, just going to wipe the area, and I'm going to drop it back down. Now this is the side that's your sticky side. So once I've cleaned it, I'm going to take a Clorox wipe, and I'm going to go over it. What I'm doing right now is I'm removing all the fuzz that I put on it because I want to, see it's already getting sticky. I want to bring that stickiness back that's on the transfer. So I'm going to remove the fuzz that I put on. And then I can either leave it to dry here on my mat, or I can put it on a cookie rack to dry. Once it's dry, you're going to put it back on the backing sheet and back into your bag for storage. And I'll get the other one. So I just rub off most of the chalk paste from the transfer while it's in the water bath. It just makes it a little bit easier. Okay, I'll bring it out. Again, sticky side down. Grab my board eraser and just right across the silk screen. And you can usually get it pretty clean. Sometimes it does stain. It just depends on the color that you're using. Like when I use red and black, most of my transfers are stained now because of the red and the black. But that's okay, it doesn't affect the transfer. So now I've done the front. I'm going to flip it so sticky side is up. And I'm going to do the same thing again with the Clorox wipe. I'm going to wipe it across the surface, getting that extra fuzz off. And that's done. Now one more, and this is the red one. So this one is going to be a little dirtier. Actually, I'll bring it out and I'll clean it on the mat so you can see. So there's still a bit of chalk paste in there. So I'm just wiping it with my board eraser. And you can see this one is going to stain the transfer, but that's okay. So I'm either going side to side or I'm going up and down. Not corner to corner. And I think I'm going to have to bring out a new board eraser pretty quick because this one's getting really trashed. I'm going to throw that out. And now I'm going to use the Clorox wipe on the front too, just to get it good and clean. Okay, now I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to wipe my board area. And I'm going to flip this. And I'm going to get a new Clorox wipe. And go across this. I'm still pulling up color. So there was a lot of red on here. All right, so that is start to finish how you do the project, whoops, and then the cleanup afterwards. So what do you guys think? Not too bad. Oh my God, Glenn, seriously? It's a good thing Kyle knows you. Oh my God. You're terrible. Yes, very festive, Bev. I love them. I think it's like I need a set of everything for myself. The Nutcracker last night was, I mean, it was a bit of a learning curve doing it, but in the end, it still turned out amazing. I'm just drawing my squeegees here. I'm going to move my water bath back so I have some room. So this is what our squeegees look like, or our board erasers look like when you first open them. So I've used that one, I think, since I got my kit. And that was back in May. And I've been doing a lot of projects. Yes, it turned out perfect, Lysandra, I agree. Are you going to decorate your house now, Kyle? You're just going to buy lots of chalk stuff and make Christmas decorations for everybody in your family. Right? Wouldn't these make amazing hostess gift or just a small Christmas gift? I know, me too, Brittany. Me too. I think I might have some more coming this week. Just maybe. Just maybe. So tomorrow night, now I could do Santa I Can Explain, But that would be such a quick project. So I think I'm going to do There's No Place Like Nome. I think you guys were all here last night except Bev. So this one is so adorable. It's kind of like up there with the Nutcracker, but I think this is my favorite one. So that's what we're going to do tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is day... what is it, Wednesday? Today's day 9 of the 30 days. So tomorrow will be day 10. And I'm going to be back on at 7 o'clock again. The weekend, I should be okay because I'm going to plan, one of the lives is going to be all the grandkids are going to be chalking. Pity's on Friday. Woohoo! Guess he's going shopping. Yes, you know, Glenn. You know I've got stuff coming. I think the UPS guy's gonna start knowing me by first name instead of just first and last name. Anyways, this has been good. Didn't take me quite an hour tonight, so that was good. But at least you got to see how all the transfers get cleaned. So remember, if you want information to host a party, type #host. If you want to go into my VIP group where I have specials, type #VIP. Also, if you'd like more information on the business, type #biz. And I can get you some information and we can have a conversation. All right, I think that's it for tonight. All right, you guys, enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will chalk with you later. See you tomorrow night. Bye for now.